blissfully. What an easier week this has been so far. After last week just absolutely killed me. I think that first month, looking at the schedule, that first month is kind of building up all your core muscle, and then this week's kind of a tapering down phase. So literally I had Monday off, first Monday off this year, and Tuesday was just a 30-minute run, so done just in the woods. It was just good to get out and enjoy my run, and like short, quick 30-minute. It was over in no time at all. And then cross train yesterday, so I went for a bike ride, and then done an hour yoga session. And today it was scheduled as a 30-minute easy run. So that's done my old circuit, basically, the standard circuit I do, which is usually up and over this hill, and then over down to Hope Park and back, and it's just been nice. And I've done a little bit on the bit of calisthenics on the exercise machines. I usually do there, only a little bit, because I'm training my legs more than anything else. So yeah, but God, that Sunday at the end of the week, I had a lot of paperwork I needed to do in the afternoon on Sunday, and went out in that awful weather and long run, and yeah, I think I was asleep at 3 and I didn't wake up till about 6:30. So that's what this week's really been about as well. I've been sleeping really well, just regenerating, recharging, and just keeping everything ticking over. So yeah, Thursday, all looking good for week 5. A little bit different training today on my schedule. It said I could do a park run, so I'm going to try and do the Preston Park run, which is just opposite where I live pretty much. So I'm never been to the park run before. Got the ticket registered online. I think I've done everything I need to do, but because it's right on my doorstep, I've kind of left it a bit relaxed and late, and I feel like I'm in a bit of a rush now, but maybe I'm not, I don't know. It starts at 9, but obviously I need to get there and have my thing zapped, I think, or something. So anyway, I'll find out, but it'll just be good to run in a pack of other runners, because I know that was one thing that was a massive surprise to me in the London Marathon. Now, as I say that out loud, a surprise sounds weird to say, because obviously there's going to be thousands of people there, but just how slow everybody was in the pack. Spent the first 12 miles basically zigzagging until I got to Tower Bridge, and I don't want that to be the case again. So, well, I don't know, I want to be able to deal with it better. So a bit of running with people is good, plus it was on my schedule, so I'll go see what it's like. I don't know, I'm very much on the fence about this, because I like running. Is my time, my time to think and wind down and just zone out. So we'll see. I think occasionally this will be good. Anyway, like I say, let's get there and see what it's all about. I need to do a warm up and have a little bit of a run, so let's do that. There's the park run finishing behind me. Place 101 I came. Yeah. Rather predictably misjudged the distance. It's a lot shorter than what I'm used to running at the minute, so my pace was a bit up and down trying to gauge it, and yeah, I could have ran the last lap flat out, and it's different to what they had on their website in the way the laps worked, so I had it different in my head to actually what was going on in the ground. So but yeah, it was good to run amongst a load of people, and actually it was really good to be at the start. I was only about 5 meters back from the start, and it just reminds you how sort of dizzy everybody is, I suppose, at the start of a race. You know, there's people there that are almost just gonna, you know, very lightly jog / walk around, and there's people there that are trying to go at it flat out. So it's quite a mixed bunch. And it took about a lap, you know, one third basically of the course to flatten out, and for me to actually find a place and a pace where I was comfortable and running at what felt like I should be. So anyway, first park run, had a nice chat with a guy in the queue at the end to get my barcode and stuff, and another competitor, he's only done a couple of park runs, talked about a nice one in Bobby Tracy actually on Dartmoor. So anyway, yeah, so I predictably hated the first lap, just because there's just too many people. It just really did remind me of the London Marathon, you know, in a microcosm. Just you know, you've only got like a sort of a square metre basically around your body, and it's just full of feet and arms and people and noises in your ears. You know, you can, even if you can't see the person behind you, you can feel them like right behind you, and you know, you'll get trapped behind somebody that's going really slow, and it's just good because it's got me thinking about the start of the race. I know I'm ages away, but you know, I need to be aware of that. I can't just go out on these lovely idyllic runs by myself and then actually, you know, like I just broke that one down. It's only a small one, but 1/3 of it I was still pretty much I suppose trapped in somebody else's pace, you know, in the pack's pace, not what I wanted to be doing. So that's 1/3. You know, you enlarge that to a bigger crowd and a longer distance. That's a lot of distance, isn't it, where you're just sort of trying to get to where you want to be. So lots to think about. I'm still on the fence as to whether I'd actually do one of those, you know, given the toss on a Saturday morning. Like this morning, it was frosty, it was a beautiful morning when the sun came up. There was frost there for about half an hour. You know, that was at 7, and that's the sort of time I love to go out and run. Now, am I going to be able to keep myself in until 9 to go on one of them, or am I just going to go? See, I don't need to think about it. I know I'm going to go out at 7 and run then, aren't I? Without doubt. So yeah, but in terms of sort of chatting to other people and stuff, that was great. That was really good. So definitely has its pluses, but I know it's going to be hard for me on a Saturday to stay in and not run until 9. It's a bit late because I'd already started doing stuff at home, and then that's why I was nearly late. Well, I wasn't late, but that's why I felt rushed when I went there, because I'd got my head in a different space. So lots to think about, and lots to take forward. Right, last day tomorrow of week 5. Looking forward to it. I'm so refreshed this week, understandably, because I haven't done much running. It's been like a taper down week. So anyway, let's go home and shower and get ready for work day. Sunday evening. Nearly ran first thing this morning, but just went for a lie-in instead, and I had to apply for a job, so I was busy doing paperwork all day, and I couldn't really find time to stop. And then about 3:30 I stopped, had a late lunch, and yeah, just a bit of poor planning really today on the run. But anyway, got it in. Hour to finish off week 5, and yeah, I just looked at the schedule before I came out from here on in, and it looks pretty brutal. This has been a sort of a respite before the rest of it comes. So it was much needed, because I was looking after week 4, I'd highlighted the sad face instead of the smiley or normal face. So much needed, and yeah, the proper work and build up really does begin to build from now.